We would like to invite our second speaker, Beyzanur Tekeç, to share her experiences about orphans and let's make the world smile.
Hello everyone, I'm Beyzanur and I am 16 years old. I am not an expert on any subject or I don't have a gorgeous career. I am a student just like you. It's really hard to speak in public if you're a little bit shy person like me, but I had some realizations for a few months and today I am here to leave a question mark in your mind. What if you saw the real life before you were born or when you were a little child? Now you will ask me, how can we see the real life? What do you mean? I mean, seeing the real life is realizing the responsibilities. As we are getting older, we start complaining first, then we feel the load on our shoulders. We think that something is missing, but for a child, the world is a place to enjoy. What they all have to do is to learn things and be happy. Even obligation is not a word in their lives. I want you to think about your childhood. You had everything you wanted. Someone bought for you, you went to a park, when you cried they hugged you, you were jealous of the thing that your friend had. And every time, your parents did their best to make you happier. But I want you to meet my grown-up children and their dreams, feelings and lives. At the beginning of last July, I started teaching children. There was summer course for orphan kids. It is organized by Humanitarian Relief Foundation every year. I joined to teach them Quran and to play with them. I had never met these children before. First day I went to class, I asked their names and everything was so normal. But at lunch, we were eating with girls from my class. I guess all the kids were orphaned, but there were some children of teachers at course. And they started talking about their fathers. And a girl became upset suddenly. She was Esra. I realized that she was the only orphan kid at that table. They finished eating and met with their fathers, and Esra just watched them and looked down. I can't forget this face until the end of my life. I tried to know her. She was not talking a lot. I saw her smile rarely. And it was really hard to understand what she feels. Day by day, I tried to recognize her. And we became close with Esra. And she got used to me. She began to play, smile, and laugh. She hugged me every single morning. She made me feel I could touch her life. Something was getting better. She was telling me about her mother, brother, and sister. She was sharing with me what she had been doing. She made me feel I could touch her life. One day, I had a chance to meet her mother. She was one of the strongest women in the world. Think a woman who lost her husband and 3 children to take care of. Desperate portrait, isn't it? No, it was not. She had decided to live and to raise her children. Despite that, she was taking part in the projects as a volunteer. She didn't rebel because she had supporters. Also, she knows there are people in worse condition, and so she knows how to be thankful. Also, let me tell you about Marina. She was one of the refugees who came from Afghanistan. She was living with her mother and 5 sisters. Marina was just 8 years old, but her dreams were bigger than an 8-year-old. She was so hardworking and said to me, I will grow up and be a doctor. I will work for Turkey because Turkey accepted us. loved us, gave us home, and I'm studying thanks to people who are so valuable for me. I will cure Turkish people because I would like to thank them all one by one. Finally, I want to mention about the story of Alperen. He was one of the little kids at course. He shouted his friends, never listened lessons, and fought with us. You know, sometimes there's problem students in our classes. They need to be concerned privately. Yeah, he was Alperen, no doubt. But I was wrong, like all the teachers. You can't recognize a person without knowing what he feels. One day, we were playing volleyball with kids, and I got tired. I sat down to rest, and he came next to me. He lay down onto my knee and started to tell about his father's death. I was shocked. He lost his father before he was born, but nothing could fill this space on his brain. It became a trauma for him, and he said about his father without saying anything. I understood his psychology at that time. So, I will repeat that again. What if you saw the real life before you were born or when you were a little child? Can you imagine yourself as Esra, Marina, or Alperen? Not just my children, even our Prophet Muhammad was an orphan. And he said, make the orphan come close to you. Be nice to him and wipe his hand. That will cause your heart to be soft and your needs to be fulfilled. Did you know the orphan population of the world? It is around 400 million. I just told you about 3 of them. In many countries, around 10,000 children become orphaned because of ongoing wars, conflicts, and epidemics. Human traffickers, child soldiers, and organ mafia and terrorism are only threat effects that they may have to face. Why I'm talking about orphan kids? Before I take to this stage, I had 2 aims in my brain. First one is, I want you to think about what you have and what you should do. You have the power to change someone's life. It's always in our hands. Start by doing what you can with, what you have got, where you are, or in your own way. Meet children you don't know and get to know them. Have children who wait for you. We don't have to be heroes or wear a uniform. We just have to be brave enough to care. And the second aim was, we all know every class has an orphan friend project, yeah? This charity campaign allows all elementary, primary, high and private school students collectively raise 100 Turkish liras in a month to support an orphan. Thanks to this campaign, 24,000 orphans can grow up in a safe environment. At the school, we are running this project. But sometimes we forget giving money, we have excuses, or giving 5 Turkish liras in a month sounds so much, but we spend it at the canteen just in a day. You have a chance to touch their lives. It's always in our hands. And do not forget this ever after. If an orphan smiles, then the world smiles.